Okay, next question. This is make an ending.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's a bit like this, but collectively.
Yeah, it's pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
It
So
is
it's the
that.
same as.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just whole group end. You know.
Yeah.
But I guess the difference is yes, if you said collective,
Yeah.
collective, then it's absolutely the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the reason, like when the gesture was made up, I thought, okay, fine, but it's the same thing as collective ending,
Yeah.
collective finish your idea.
Yeah. But it's nice. It's like it's nice sign.
Yeah, because I like to not use this one as I like
Yeah.
to keep it just for improvisers and only a couple of other situations. But I like the sign, make an ending.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very clear. Rhythm tap.
Yeah, rhythm tap.
Is that with one note? Is rhythm tap with one note?
No, it's not.
Can
It's
you
almost always play with one note because we tend to, tap out the rhythm, thinking, okay, it's that rhythm and it's one note.
But you can change all the time.
If you want, yeah.
So you can go ba to be ba bom ti to pop ti to fi
Exactly.
ti ta fu pop. Okay.
Yeah. Unless you say, of course, with note only.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Or with one note.
Yeah.
Only is going to be implied.
What if the or background if the soloist stops? Is it the same as relate to? They continue?
No.
They stop with the soloist.
They keep going.
They keep going.
Yeah, they're doing a background. And if they're doing brushwork, they keep going.
Okay, it's like relate to then. So can they choose?
No, it's not like relate to, because relate to you can stop.
Yeah, so they can't. They have to continue.
Oh, they continue. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. Okay, someone's doing brushwork, comping on the piano, whilst the obvious one is like a medium tempo jazz piece, and there's a trumpeter playing a solo, and the pianist is comping and putting little ideas behind the trumpeter soloing.
Yeah.
Now and that's brushwork, and now the trumpeter stops, and then what does the pianist do? Does she stop or he stop? No, you just keep comping, but within the groove.
Yeah.
Because you're in brushwork.
Yeah.
So you can. That's a content.
Yeah. The difference between when you say minimalism with one note only, does that mean that they can only play one note or can only play one pitch?
It means they can play one sound one time.
One time.
One time.
Yeah.
One time and then repeat it in the same spot the next time. The next cycle.
So it's just pop, pop, pop.
Exactly.
Okay, but what if I want pop, 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 two notes but one pitch?
With one pitch. Aha. I mean, you could do that by saying, minimalism with two notes, one sound only.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Something like that. I mean, there's probably another way. But that's the way right off the top of my head, that comes out. Oh, okay, I'm just get one sound or one pitch. One sound is one sound. It's this means.
So I want everybody. And what if I want everybody to play minimalism with one sound, and that sound has to be C. So it has to be.
That. Then you would just get a C.
Yeah.
Minimalist with one note, and then modify it. So minimalist with one note only, and make it a C, or make it a C.
Yeah, but they're going to play only one note then. This is a very complex phrase. It should be then whole group minimalism with one note. No. With one sound, C. Then I can have pa. What? Let's see him singing. Pa 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 pa. And everybody's.
Why not say one note?
No, because one note, it can only play one note.
No, if you don't say only, then if you don't say only,
oh, that's the difference. Yeah.
Yeah, then you can take the note and repeat it.
I don't even need the sound. I can just say with one note. And if I say with one note only, they can only play one note.
Right.
But I say with one note, they can only play one pitch, but play different.
Exactly. And when you say one note only, you're really saying one time only.
Yeah.
With one note and now only one time. You know, so you say one note only means only one time. So you can play one note and you can play it only in one place in the cycle. But if you say minimalism with one note, then you can take that one note and do it more like rhythm tap. You know, play it a bunch of times in the cycle.
Yeah.
It could be ba 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 ba. You know, not a great choice of minimalism, but especially if there's more than one person.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Difficult with a phrase I want to use. The whole group is playing minimalism. Whole group minimalism. Who? No, I want some people to develop the minimalism, and I want the rest to stop. So I want to have this to happen in one moment. So I want who, develop, rest, off.
Yeah.
Well, that's the phrase. Yeah, come to think of it. That's clear, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And I would, of course, the one thing I would do is I'd put watch me in there, you know?
Yeah, but I want the off to be the trigger for the next content.
Yeah, and what I mean, you can, the watch me gesture indicates that. You know,
oh, yeah.
It's like so whole group something, right? Now, whole group long tone play, watch me, who develop, watch me rest of the group, off, boom. I do that. I give a play gesture after. Exactly.
Yeah,
but you don't
there
have
might be a bit of space between that.
And then that's developed. Or you just go, the rest of the, you know, you say, you know, who develop, you know, wait. When you say wait, rest of the group. Now if you use wait in this case, it's a little quicker, and the rest of the group off. And then that means to develop. So once you say off, that's the waiting is over and they start developing. That's what I do with, you know, Woodwind 1, improvise, wait, rest of the group. What I do is I take them off and then I point really quickly. Yeah. But also at times I can say, once I say wait.
You can't do that with who.
Yeah. Once I say wait, it often means that you're waiting for this off gesture. Now the waiting is over and now you start. But sometimes I'll give a go gesture just to make sure, you know, that those people that are like who are developing, when I take the rest off, I just do that.
I would like, and if I would sign rest of the group off, not in a box, play.
Yeah, exactly. And there's another way to do it. Yeah, good. Yeah. And so then you do everything in neutral. Yeah. And then it's really clear to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Okay. Yeah.
And you say play. Exactly. Perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What is sample? Yeah. What does it mean, sample?
It literally comes from working with computer.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Forms. And they go and they sample something, you know.
Oh yeah.
And then
sample
they come back and sample this.
And how do you stop the sample?
Then you say, you know, sample one or whatever, develop or point to point with sample or improvise with sample or.
But yeah, but that's a bit like there's a sign for
recording.
You can
give information for sampling how long you want.
Yeah.
Or leave it to them.
There was a sign for recording for this. That's the same, no?
Well, there's capture.
Capture, yeah.
Capture. That's not sampling.
It would be the same. Recording, capture, no?
No. No. Sampling is going. It is a similar result in a sense. There can be a similar result, but it's not. Someone who is going to sample is going to go find his or her material. Sample this, you know, could mean the performers are playing and you're asking someone to sample this. Well, they don't have to choose sampling the whole thing. They can just go to the tap dancer and sample the person tapping, you know. And then that's going to get used somewhere else. It's similar to capture. Good thinking on your part. It's similar to capture, but capture, in a way, is the sound painter sampling. Because the sound painter doesn't sample. The performer samples. But the sound painter uses the sample, but the performer makes the choice. The sound painter creates the capture. So then, so the best way to think about capture, I think, is to, if you say whole group pointillism play, and then you stab freeze them and you put them in they're stuck in stab freeze. And now you say capture scan, it's a type of scanning. It doesn't need a layer because there's nothing that happens, right? No. And now I scan by, and the moment I scan by you, you're doing this, and that was what I captured from you. But let's say you kept on speaking or something like that. And now it takes, maybe I take the whole group out to make the capture apparent, like how it really works. I say point to point, with capture. And in other words, I would say capture one to indicate that was not with capture, because then I would be capturing with point to point. Let's say point to point, with capture one, which is just made. And then I would point at you and you would come back to this,
and develop it.
Develop. So, but if I'm in my stab freeze, just working with musicians, and I capture scan by, it's what's great about it. The reason I created the sign, what's great about it is it gives you all these little bits and pieces. You boom, and you just, that one little section, you've captured this small tiny bit of stuff. You have no idea what it is. Now, what other content gestures, whether they be modes or some other gesture, to incorporate that capture is super rich. I mean, you find that little moment to be such a great element of surprise.